Hello, welcome to the Rooster podcast. Oh, how
That wasn't
sophisticated.
staged at all. We just totally did
This
that organically.
week, it's brought to you by Dollar Shave Club, MeUndies, and Squarespace. Thank you for sponsoring this episode of the Rooster podcast. I'm Gus.
I'm Gavin.
I'm Jessica.
I'm Burnie.
And I'm Gus.
I'm Burnie.
So we have right off the top, I want to say we've got a special podcast this week. It's open to the public. Everyone can watch via YouTube. Normally we do this just for first members.
You talk about the live broadcast.
The live broadcast.
Why is it why?
So first week. I'm glad you asked.
Why are you upset by that?
We're kicking off first week, which is a celebration of Rooster Teeth First. And normally only first members get to watch this broadcast. And we have some stretch goals for first week this week, which I think, do we have a graphic for that? We have different levels of it.
So is it like a middle finger to the first members?
What's that? No, because there's things that they get this week that are special in addition to what's available.
So we made first membership extra special.
Extra special.
So if the first stretch goal there is if we get, or not stretch, the first goal is if we get 500 signups, we get a Year of the Rooster shirt, 1,000. We're going to replace John Reisinger with a puppet for on the spot. 3,000 Barbo Creative Vlog first members, 5,000. Achievement Hunter team will redub an episode of Ruby, and 10,000 will release the never before seen drunk Red versus Blue read from
Season 14.
Season 14 that got cut. So
For good
something
reasons
that got cut for good reason
Yeah.
is now the ultimate goal.
It's the new Strangerhood. It's like everyone keeps asking about it. So it's like, all right, I guess we'll do that, if we hit 10,000. I'm excited about the 5,000. I'm excited about Achievement Hunter redubbing an episode of Ruby.
First I've heard of it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What part would you play? Gavin as Ruby would be fucking fantastic.
There's an animal in it, right?
Zwei, yeah, the dog. Thanks for keeping up. But Jessica is joining us this week. Jessica will be a special guest on. Can we say what she's going to be on? She's going to be on a couple different shows, but she's here. She's on our new season of $1 Million Butt, which should be a very fun $1 Million.
I like Jessica because she's opened my eyes to this new drink, which is just Malibu and juice. But it's very nice.
I was emailing Jessica last night. I was like, just let me know if you need anything special for the podcast. We'll get it. We'll get it for you. And her only request was Malibu and orange juice. She said she wanted to live that island life.
Take me to the islands, Gus.
We can absolutely accommodate that.
That's all I need.
This is great.
It is pretty vacation.
Is it okay to say what part of the country that you live in? Is that okay to say?
Yeah, Phoenix.
Yeah, you live in Arizona.
Yeah.
So do you consider Austin to be tropical compared to Arizona?
Yes, absolutely. Have you seen how much green you guys have?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Arizona is. And also, do you consider Austin to be a humid place?
In the summer, like when we were here for RTX, it was
Yeah.
super humid. But I mean, no. I mean, it's.
So I grew up in Houston, which is
Yeah.
like New Orleans. It's a nightmare. It's a
Yeah.
swamp.
Don't come to Phoenix though. It's almost like they say it's like, oh, a dry heat is better. It's
Yeah.
like walking into an oven.
Yeah, I was there.
and the wind blows. It's like a blast
Yeah,
furnace.
yeah.
Yeah,
Your eyes
mankind was
literally
not
dry
meant
out
to
and
live there.
Yeah, it hurt my eyes when I was walking around.
I've had contacts pop out during a photo shoot because my eyes got so dry.
Really?
And like I'd be blinking, so they're trying to like get it out. I'd be like, okay, this is gonna make it better. Someone spit in my eye, and then it went flew out.
pop
so,
out.
They
yeah.
crack in half and fall out. Did I ever tell you about the guys? Did I ever tell you guys about the time we stayed in an Airbnb in Vegas, and it was for like the
Jesus.
IAW TV Awards or something like that?
Oh, right, yeah.
And Ashley and I stayed there, and there was a fireplace in the bedroom that turned on with a switch.
Were there any sunglasses in
We
there?
thought, oh, that's super cool. What does that mean?
It's when y'all stayed in the thing.
Oh, in the
referencing
fireplace.
when we,
Yeah, your other fireplace story.
So he turned on the fireplace, and we went to bed, and Vegas is obviously very dry as well, being a desert. Something happened where it wicked every last bit of moisture out of that room because we left the fireplace on when we went to bed. And we woke up, and neither of us, it was like,
Could breathe.
we couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
And I had to throw Ashley in the shower for like 15 minutes with full steam and everything. Once we figured out that's what it was. Like, I couldn't swallow. My throat would just click. I've never been in that dry of an environment.
just click.
It would go
Is that
like that.
Like when a hard drive goes bad.
It was scary. It was legitimately scary.
when your eyes do that? That's when you know you're in trouble. They
When
go,
the eyes click? Yeah, forget it,
yeah.
man.
When
Come
I
to
went-
Arizona.
when I went to when I went to Park City for Sundance earlier this year, it was the same but opposite. Where it was so cold, I walked into my hotel room and there was a humidifier in there. It's like, why the fuck do you need a humidifier? It's because all the moisture's frozen.
What?
It's like there's no moisture. It's the same thing. Like I slept that night and I woke up very similar. I was like, I can't breathe. Like I'm totally dried out. Like all of the moisture is gone from me.
Oh, I thought you were gonna wake up and you were like, I'm wet or something.
No, I turned the
Just
humidifier
slick.
on to like rehumidify
dust.
the room.
That would assume that Gus is warm-blooded, which he's not.
No,
Then
okay,
he
cold.
can't,
true,
he
you're
can't
right,
melt the
that's
ice.
true.
Cold-blooded.
I get
guess
that way on planes though too all the time.
I want to mention something else real fast. Sorry to interrupt. If you're watching the podcast live for the first time, we keep up with comments via Twitter. So you can tweet us with hashtag RTPodcast. We'll monitor it and we'll read it and we'll make fun of you and your comments live on the air.
It is one of the benefits of being a first member is you can actually participate in the production of the podcast via the Hashtag RT Podcast.
In fact, I'll read one right now from Cademan011. Can confirm Arizona is terrible.
Yes, absolutely.
420. I'm glad we're finally through it.
I have a.
Like, people have
Speaking of dumb jokes.
been asking about it forever. Speaking of dumb jokes,
Right.
it's over.
Yeah, it's now, this is 420.
This is 420.
There was talk at some point of doing a remote podcast.
There was talk of doing a remote podcast, but it ended up not happening. Didn't pan out. Did you bring something?
Oh, is it like a weed bandana?
Well, yeah.
I got another way. Look at that.
I like that you
Nice.
brought
Wait,
props. What other props you got?
Go on, no.
You actually look pretty cool in that, dude.
You actually look.
I'm
You
wearing
look
this, man.
kind of tough.
You do
Honestly.
look tough.
The fuck you saying?
All right, then you open your mouth.
I'm intimidated.
Can you grab those?
Oh,
Yeah. You want me to grab what?
because I don't know if it's because of my giant head. I feel like I'm really hot now, like really temperature-wise.
This actually goes with it. Do you guys know Ethan from H3H3?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like a vape fish.
This is going to be awesome. That's actually not bad.
Oh,
Just do this.
God.
Like
Well,
that.
this is so dark. I can't see. What did you do?
There. Well, don't put it on me. Put it on him. And
No,
I'll tell him
what
to
did you do? I
it.
didn't know what you did.
Well, I can't. Here, go like this. Go.
Okay.
There's a gif.
That is
Oh my
not a
God.
bad impression.
You got so many goodies. Did you go
I
to
got it.
Target?
Yeah,
You brought
cool. Okay.
you brought
So-
visual aids.
Yeah, because I figured.
You came to Rooster's via Target.
For those of you who have been under a rock for the last 10 years and aren't familiar with Jessica's work, Jessica is, in my opinion, the premier cosplayer in the world. And
No.
I know you will probably say no to that,
No.
but I think when people think of cosplay and they name a cosplayer, I think most people would name Jessica Nigri
That's-
before just about anybody else in the world.
No.
Anyway, she's a tremendous cosplayer.
I got to read one Twitter comment here.
Good.
From your Nandine. Gus looks like I'm like Marcus Phoenix with that bandana.
Yes, you do.
Thank you. I'm saving that tweet.
Marcus Phoenix.
I love Marcus.
What, in like the middle school prequel of Here's a
His
War?
bicep weighs more than you.
He probably does.
Okay, so actually, no, I thought it would be funny because you know how it's like live and everything, and if you're a first member, you get to contribute to the podcast live. I figured if you guys want to tweet, I have some props that we can put on the boys, and you guys can choose.
Hell
I want
yeah.
Choose what
I
they
want
are
the
gonna
diva
be.
one, but I'm wearing this bandana.
Here's the-
Okay,
You can
well,
do
we'll
both.
Let Twitter decide.
Okay.
I want to prepare you for something. Gus and I have enormous heads.
Okay,
Just
so
ridiculously
We're gonna
big.
break
diva
it.
might not feel good on you,
And big skulls too.
and big skulls. But I mean, I figured maybe Burnie
Thanks,
and
Gav.
Gavin could be Lilith and Morgan.
It's an
You
ego
guys are
joke.
like sisters. Got some ideas. So yeah,
Oh, those are tiny. What are those?
those are good. They
They go on
flex.
baby heads?
Flex.
I'm
Can I
good.
have
Let me
one?
get.
All
let
right,
me
No, no, no.
I'll
wait,
wait for a-
she's-
Okay,
Let me
that's
the red and
actually-
blue for red versus
Okay,
blue.
that's
You look like
actually
Spider-Man,
accurate.
Batman.
Oh, I'm so happy right
Okay,
now.
I have a couple others. I got Rei Ayanami and an Naruto headband. So if you guys are, oh my god, this is amazing.
I feel pretty.
Well, you look pretty stupid.
I have Tracer.
Maybe the internet will tell me I look like Marcus Phoenix.
Oh man, I want the tracer goggles.
Which way's up? Okay.
Gus, people are asking us, any plans for podcast 666?
I'm just like confused now. I'm like,
You look like a bug.
all kinds of different things going on.
How do
Like
they
a
look
shitty
so
biker.
good on Tracer, but they look so shit on you? How
Well,
is
I
that
think they look good on
possible?
you. I just think you look like a custom character generator that went all wrong. Like
That's
somebody
when you
hit the random
too
button.
many times.
Yeah.
You got all the shit put on it. All right. You want to try?
Do it.
Um.
I'll trade you.
No wait.
Are you
Was I?
gonna
Wearing,
what?
I think I was wearing them upside down. I was wearing them upside down.
No, you were in the right way.
Was I? Okay. Because they're weird.
So Jessica has an
Oh,
assortment
are they
of
upside
props
down?
for us to wear. I'm wearing
Lilith.
red and blue Lilith.
You're Lilith.
I'm Lilith.
Dude, I don't know.
You're a little succubus, Bernie.
Yeah, I get called that a lot.
You're a little succubus.
I can't see shit through these, by the way.
I think
what
how-
have you done to these?
I didn't, someone else made them. Don't worry about it.
I think the first time I met Jessica, I'm trying to think back to it. It was at.
So I can tell you when it happened, and there's a weird lead into that. I actually had it in my notes. Recently, I was at Funhouse, and I was on the show they do called Google Trends. And on a previous episode, I was watching a bunch of episodes to prepare so I could get my strategy down. They did a whole thing about Pokemon, and one of their categories was Pikachu, and they had to come up with a two-word phrase that included Pikachu, and to see who could come up with the phrase that ranked higher on Google in terms of searches. And I forget what they did, but one of the people did Sexy Pikachu. as a test afterwards to see like how it would have compared because that was one of their options they had considered. And when they looked up sexy Pikachu, what came up in the image search was all Jessica in her Pikachu cosplay. And it was funny to me because they didn't call that out. Like, I don't even, maybe didn't know it was her even. But that was the first time I remember meeting Jessica.
Yeah, that was at San Diego Comic-Con
when she was wearing that costume.
I think that was
gosh.
06 or
That
05?
was 09.
Was it 09?
Yeah, it was
Shit.
09. Yeah. I remember it was the next year that I went up to the actual like Rooster Teeth booth and I like met everyone and I was like freaking out because then I think on the podcast a couple like weeks later they talked about it and they were like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, she came up to the booth and I was like, you guys are talking about me. I was like super stoked.
I remember it too. It was like who is this person that's just like bouncing up? Like this ball of energy. And I forget what you were wearing, what you were
Was it
cosplaying as.
Morgan?
That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's what it
really,
was.
fitting.
Yeah.
You okay? You look like you're like looking through time and space.
I was just listening.
He's living his old memories.
I was actually just looking at the monitor.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so we're being told that we're supposed to talk about RTX London on
Oh,
Twitter. Let me see who told us that. I'll look it up and find
RTX
out.
London sold out in record time.
Do we sell less tickets or something?
Since it's a first-year event, you always start first-year events, a little smaller, and then you grow out. So, I mean, RTX London isn't going to be as big as RTX Austin.
Why don't we just go huge with it?
It's difficult to start a new event and then just go like full bore right out of the gate.
I mean, there's a lot of people in the UK who like Rooster Teeth.
There are a lot of
Just
people in
saying.
the
Gavin, hide your headband. Your headband's like you're not doing it right.
Well, you know what it's like. I mean, when you put on an event,
There you
it's
go.
not about just
I like
selling the most tickets you can. You got to also make sure that there's stuff for those people to do. So we have to work and make sure that there's other companies attending, showing off stuff, or that we have enough programming for them.
Fair play.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I mean, we could just be like a ticket mill and just sell a fuck ton of tickets, but then everyone would have a shitty experience.
Yeah, but PAX South already exists.
Oh, fucking burn.
They're competitors now. We can do that.
Wink with those little things on your head.
So it'll be at the Excel Center October 14th and 15th, I believe. So hopefully you got a ticket and maybe we'll see you.
Can
there.
you say how many tickets were sold?
I'm afraid I would say the wrong number.
Got it.
Is it more than 20?
Yes, it was more than 20. I'll ask Bethany. She can tell me.
So one of the and the only people that we've announced that are going to that are the 5 old dudes. Me, you, Joel, Jeff, and Matt, right?
I don't think we've announced that.
Oh. Damn it. I got to stop talking about this stuff.
Event.
I don't know why.
Every time.
You can cut that. Nobody's watching.
It's only the one that's free for everyone on YouTube. I mean,
Anyway.
Wait. It's the top of the subreddit.
God damn. I should just learn to not talk about that ever again. God damn it.
What did you do that for? Also, you did that for Sydney last year.
I did it constantly for Sydney. I announced everybody. As soon as they showed up on the podcast, I asked them, and you're going to RTX Sydney? And they're like, they haven't announced that yet. So I was like, oh, fuck. So I made every announcement.
What else
for
you
that
got?
thing.
Any other announcements that shouldn't be announced?
Well, we had that.
MeUndies.com/roosterteeth. Tell them Gus sent you.
I'm gonna.
You're gonna have a stroke.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a prediction. I think you're gonna have to redo that ad read without the thing on your head.
No, you're fine.
Do you want to wear Ray? Actually, I have one more thing.
What do you
I
got?
fixed it. Here.
We should put you in Ray Ayanami.
Oh, give
Put
me
me
that.
back
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Gus was so excited. He was so excited.
I have something else. Do you know what a virgin killer sweater is?
I gotta. Okay.
What?
Is that like a wife beater?
A virgin killer sweater. Do you know what that is, guys?
No. This wig has hair on both sides. Oh, okay. I couldn't figure it out.
You're gonna put on over that? Take that thing off. All right.
Wait, we don't know. She
I'm
could
just
place it
making
underneath her
I'm
wig.
just making suggestions.
Oh, it's got the clips and everything too.
Yeah. Do you want to? I wanted to actually. You've never heard of this, right?
No.
I want to see if you can figure out.
That's awesome, Gus.
Wait,
That should be fucking
So
permanent, dude.
happy.
You look like Kojima's younger brother.
Can people please draw Gus like this? Oh my god, you're so
No,
cute.
I don't know how to do that. So here,
Just hold them.
there. Okay.
You're so precious. Okay, I want to see. This is like the new the meme that's going on right now. I just did a photo shoot in it, and a bunch of other my cosplay friends have done shoots in it, and I wanted to see.
Oh, those sweaters.
You know what it is?
Yeah, I see those
Put
all
it
the time.
on!
No.
Oh, okay.
So I was going to ask you actually. I'm glad
Put
you
it on,
brought
dude.
this because I was going to ask. What is the deal with these sweaters?
They're
I feel
so
like they've
dumb.
gotten really popular.
Okay, so now there's the Holy Trinity. There's the boob hole sweater, the little cat keyhole bra, and now there's the Virgin Killer sweater.
I didn't know that was the name for it. I was going to ask you
So
what
wait,
these are called.
is that the front, that big open hole?
I don't know. Do you want to try it on?
No, Gus.
Boys wear it a different way. It's
So is it just like a tits out cardigan of some sort?
A
Kinda.
tits out
No,
cardigan?
I think this is the back.
That's the back.
Yeah.
I mean, you could try it. You want to try it?
Stick it on, Gus.
Oh my God.
Gus,
Bung it
Gus.
on.
No,
Oh,
did you
I got the
I'm just
wig
looking
on
at the Google
already.
image search
Oh,
here.
bless you.
You googled virgin killer?
It's pretty hot.
Wouldn't
There you
recommend it.
You go for it. Yeah,
Good
I'm sure you have a
Lord.
picture. Kill.
I wanna
I'm
be-
so happy I finally know what those are called.
Gus, you gotta wear it.
Why have you? For some reason, I feel like you wouldn't have known what it was. I'm like so impressed.
I see that shit all the time. You posted a picture with it the other day,
I
didn't you?
did, yeah. There it is.
Oh, so you wore it on the front.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not her photo though. I'll find yours. So yeah, just look it up on.
Have you ever tried it
Google
on
and find
backwards?
Yeah, it's not good. you gotta strategize. Ryan wore it and he looked real good in it. Am I real good? I mean, not very good at all.
I'm down.
That's it.
I'm down a rabbit
You.
hole.
You
I'm
don't
down a
wanna look at
rabbit hole with
yourself?
this.
Jessica
You
just
get
did
really
this.
self-conscious looking at your own photo.
She went like,
Is it true?
This has 3,300 likes. You put this on the internet. Don't say you don't want to see it.
I don't want to put it right in my face.
No, but I know
have
what
to
you-
confront who I am when I look at it like that.
I know what you mean though, because it's like there's a lot of times when I'm in stuff and I won't watch myself.
I won't watch this podcast. I'll be so like like
well, you
freaking
lived
out.
it though.
Yeah.
Like,
You're,
when
you're
I'm in a-
watching it now.
Like if I'm in a movie that shows in the theater and I have to sit in a theater surrounded by other people,
Yeah.
and I'm like waiting for my part to come up, I'm just like, I'm gonna fucking die here in a second. I don't know what it is. I can watch it at home, I can promote it and everything, but just sitting in a theater with a bunch of other people who are watching it, I just like, I don't know, I just feel very self-conscious.
We early on when we first started showing Red versus Blue theatrically, we'd go and we'd do Q&As and meet people. And I think the first time we did a showing, we sat through it and watched it, and then after that we never sat through a showing Red versus Blue again.
But isn't it nice to hear the laughs where people laugh?
Like we would wait in the lobby
Yeah.
and we would
that's
hear everyone
nice.
laugh and like have a good time, but like we just couldn't sit there and watch it. And
I
be
know
part
that
of
feeling so hard. Like, I always like whenever I make a costume or do a shoot, I always post it and then just like walk away. I can't like go back and read comments or anything. Like it's too real.
Mm.
I want to become Naruto.
Can I,
Who does most of your photos?
Ryan.
He does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan does my photos.
let's see.
I look silly.
We saw these things everywhere like 10 years ago, Gus?
Oh, the Naruto headband.
Yeah, the headbands. Is that about the right time when Naruto was
Maybe
super
a little
popular?
longer than that. Yeah, but
Yeah.
somewhere around 10 years ago.
Oh my gosh, we all look
So I see.
terrible.
Who was this?
Are we not
I
doing
look
cosplay,
great.
right?
No, I think we're doing it perfectly. Oops.
On Twitter, Cupcake Monkey TA
Not a real name.
tweeted. I guess they looked up Virgin Killer sweater and they said the first image that popped up for them was fan art of the main Ruby characters in
Yes.
Get outta
Virgin
here.
Killer
Yes.
sweaters.
They're there too. Yeah.
Oh, I see this photo in here. Is that what that is?
Yeah,
That's copyright infringement.
we'll see them. So
I ran into that today on Twitter, and I had a very tense discussion with somebody that then turned out okay. Where this guy just kind of wrote me out of the clear blue sky. I believe his name was Jose. And he said, he tagged me and he tagged the Twitter account for Ruby Game. And he said, hey, you guys are pulling down Let's Plays of Ruby Game from YouTube. Even though that's what you guys do, way to go. And then it was like some kind of hashtag like fuck this or hashtag like damn or something like that. And I wrote him back and go, I'm sure that's exactly what's going on. We're pulling down Let's Plays. It's not some kind of content ID YouTube kind of snafu that you're overreacting to. I'm sure that's exactly what we're doing. And then he posted, he goes, yeah, it was a YouTube thing. They were like, yeah, it pulled it down. I was like, and I apologized to him and said, I'm sorry for the snark. I'm just like, we've been doing this 15 years. I don't know what it is about people where they're just waiting for us to like suddenly drop the charade and go, yeah, fuck you guys. We hate everybody.
we were evil the whole time.
Yeah, we've been keeping it up now for 15 years. It's like we're embezzling money and we're all gonna fucking leave. I don't understand why that's the gut reaction when we do something. That there's a group of people just like, fuck this. These guys are doing this. They're money grubbing or something like that. It's like no, it's just
It was a
15
mistake.
years. At some point we have to build up some goodwill with these people. At some point. And it's a small group of people. I realize it's not everybody, but I'm just, it's a knee-jerk reaction of the internet whenever there's a slight change or a perceived change that people are doing it just because they hate the audience or something like that.
Yeah.
I remember we changed the first program. There was that.
Oh, changing the name?
Yeah, we changed the name. That like we were trying to like get rid of the audience or something like that. It's weird reaction.
God, we went through so many proposed names.
Oh, it's
So-
heavy.
Yeah.
It's legit.
I would love to make that mech just to be able to like have it so you could like lay down in it and then like walk around and have like maybe silly string come out of the front, have like the little cannons.
This is great.
That sounds so
It's tight, right?
expensive.
Oh, yeah, and it's got that comb up top.
I'm not being funny. That
You look really cute.
wig made your real hair look like a wig when you took it off somehow. I don't know
Is
how that
this
happened.
easy mode?
Oh,
you know
you're
who
so cute.
Jessica's gonna love? while she's here. She's here like a week.
Yes.
You should be when we introduce her to Marcus.
Mm.
That'll be Marcus is our production designer who makes all of our sets and everything. Like he made the laser team costumes, the original
Yes,
designs.
I want to meet Marcus.
Yeah, you'd love it. You should see his shop over in stage 2.
Oh my gosh.
We'll bring you over there. You'll love it.
Gotta be the busiest guy at the company, right?
He's awesome. He's just really. He did my car. So
Did you really?
I worked with him on it.
You
I
guys seen his car? It's
gave
so
him the concept for it, and then he got a graphic designer, and he found the wrap company that did it and
so
everything.
cool. We could do the Diva
That's what I was thinking.
the Diva shoot with that because she's into like mech and like tech and all that stuff. So maybe we could do like she's almost like working on the car or something.
Yeah. Well, you're working while you're here.
Yeah.
Like, you're-
Well, I actually brought Darshell Stevens out and
Mhm.
Micah Brewery so that we could
Okay, they got two very different.
Go ahead. What'd you just say? What'd you say?
heroin.
No. You said sex.
I said sex. Yeah, more sex leads to more.
See, I think I have a weird libido. I'm gonna give too much information here. I think my libido is backwards from everybody else's. Where the more sex I have, the more sex I want to have. So my libido stacks. Like if
That's how, yeah.
like when you go without
More
sex
DOS.
for a long time, usually people are like, I gotta get fucking laid, or just like I gotta have sex. The longer I go without sex, I actually like don't want it as much. And then once I have sex, then it starts to stack. And
So do you not wank more?
I mean, I guess so. I mean, otherwise it's like
Let me ask
it's
you this.
maintenance for a dude. So
Let me ask you
I
this.
decided to think about it. I have to get an honest answer.
After your event on the plane, did you want to do that
Why
more?
do you have to bring that up every time we have a female guest?
Wait, what happened on the plane?
I had a wet dream on the plane.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
What was the dream?
I don't remember the dream itself. I don't think it was anything like eventful. The dream, but I just woke up and I'd had an accident on a plane back from Scotland.
Oh, how did you clean it up? What'd you do?
That was a problem. I got rid of my underwear and I went
Just
commando.
smelled like a bunch of dogwood trees then. Huh?
Just like crumbled it up and like shoved it in the airplane
Was the
bathroom trash.
consistency different?
At
than
a
a
higher
norm-
altitude.
No, not because of altitude. Not because of altitude. Yeah, it just comes out as foam.
It came out inflated.
It comes out as bubbles.
It came out as a baby.
But I feel like
Like
the
compressing.
sleep ones are more liquidy.
Yeah,
More just like a spilled
don't
water
know.
than
but
spilled
the
mayo.
placement of it was
Spilled
like
water.
I don't normally ejaculate with my underwear on, so that kind of throws off the whole like control experiment.
But did you have like the slimy residue as well?
Go
in there?
ahead.
Pre-cum? Pre-cum?
No, well, the thing is that my one that I had was pretty much just pre-cum.
Hmm.
It was like
When did you have one?
after my bollock surgery because I couldn't do anything for a while.
Got it. Yeah, it's also
Girls don't have wet dreams.
that was a
That is
That was
the title
four
of this
sentences.
podcast.
That is the title of this week's podcast.
Girls don't-
Girls don't don't.
but
I can't wait to see the gift version of that with the text under
I
it.
think they slowed it down. No, they don't. I don't think so. At least.
It's almost like you in the middle. It's like it happens and you're leading up to it, and then you wake up and then you go ha, and then you have to do it.
You have to.
You have
finish-
to.
You have to finish yourself off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when you dream, there's nothing that can help unless you're like.
The thing you just described is like being a guy
Right.
all the time, basically.
Oh, okay,
That's like,
cool.
yeah, like
Rad.
waking up all the time and being like, I want to have sex at the
So
moment.
you
I
would never
up.
wake up and just leave it.
Yeah. No. When it. Yeah.
If
But
you wake up from it, you're obviously.
or you just go Ryan. And you
Wake up.
That's what I do. I just call Ryan.
can call Ryan. Like, with
I
your
can't
wet dream.
imagine.
Hi, dude. Hey, dude. What's up?
You up?
It's like he's putting his pants on. I gotta go help Burnie with his wet dream.
Well, it's helpful this time of year because Arizona's 2 hours behind, so I'm not waking him up when I call
There
him.
you go.
I can't
Fly
imagine-
on